What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Nobody 2, the sequel to 2021's Nobody, a movie that I really enjoyed. Former assassin Hutch Mansell takes his family on a nostalgic vacation to a small town theme park, only to be pulled back into violence when they clash with a corrupt operator, a crooked sheriff, and a ruthless crime boss. I really liked the first Nobody movie. It was written by the guy who wrote the John Wick movies, Derek Kolstad, and while it's not as smooth or slick or comic booky or even graphic novel-y as John Wick, it is still a really nice kind of side project that Derek Kolstad can work on. In the meantime, I don't think he's coming back to John Wick, but it did seem like a kind of like laid back type of thing where he didn't really have to figure out how an entire world of assassins worked. He could just be like, hey, there's an old guy kicking ass and killing people. There you go. And I really enjoyed that first Nobody movie. And I can really say that I enjoyed Nobody 2 as well. I don't think it's as good as the first one. I think that there's a couple of sequences and characters in here that don't really stick the landing. The pacing isn't as good. The main villain, played by Sharon Stone, isn't as good as the main villain in the first one either. It's very over the toppy. This one feels more comic booky, but hey, you know what? When you have an amusement park in a movie, the characters use that to their advantage. I'm there. Like, I want that type of fun. Like, I want characters more to use their surroundings as benefits and to gain the upper hand on the conflict that they're going up against. And that's what happens in this movie. I really liked that aspect of the movie. There are some sequences where I'm just like, yeah, that's filmed on a green screen. That is not really filmed at an amusement park. But then there are other sequences where I'm like, okay, this is Home Alone in an amusement park. Awesome. Really fun to watch. Okay, Christopher Lloyd. Like, I never thought I needed Doc Brown himself on a Gatling gun ever in my life. My life is complete now. Thank you, Christopher Lloyd. That Gatling gun was awesome. And Christopher Lloyd's like the cool grandpa, you know, like he was in the first one. The action's handled fairly well, but it does have some of that Russo brothers kind of shakiness to it, like that fizzling out. I don't know what you really want to call that. Motions look like they're kind of like staticky and fizzling like that. So somebody will punch and it'll be like that, you know? And that was a little bit distracting, and some of it isn't fully in camera. But man, when the action hits, it is fun, it is brutal, and I love the really cool team up that we get at the end of this movie. Plot points do feel a bit rushed. It did feel like it could have used a few more minutes of extra time to really flesh out some plot devices and try and get us to places a little bit smoother. And that's why I think the pacing for this movie isn't as good as the first one. The first one's just about this one's just about as long as the first one. I think it's like a few minutes shorter. It's an hour and 29 minutes. So it's tight, it's concise, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's just here to be fun. I miss movies like this, man. When are we going to get movies like this back? Like, I said the same thing about John Wick when it first came out. I was like, I could take another 10 of those. That was really fun. If they build out this world a lot, I'm going to enjoy this even more. And now I can say most of the same things about Nobody. These are just fun movies that are here to entertain. They're not here to be like forward-thinking movies and try and get you to pinpoint everything about the characters and the plot and try and think about the writing and all that. No, I know in a movie like this that I'm not looking for that type of stuff. I just want pure entertainment, pure fun, and pure menace and pure vengeance. And that is what Nobody 2 delivered. It was a really fun time. I enjoyed Nobody 2 with 3/4 of a bucket of popcorn. Really fun time with this one. If you guys have seen the first one, I'm curious to know what you think of this one. I actually haven't watched the first one in quite a while. I should have probably watched the first one before I saw this one. Kind of a common theme with me on this channel. But you guys are the best. Thank you for watching. I will leave my link to my website in the description below as well. I'll see you at the movies somewhere.